Hello everyone. In this video, we will talk about NPAT as an exam. Now, this exam is very popular among students looking at various undergraduate courses associated with NMIMS University in Mumbai. NMIMS University Mumbai has two campuses. One campus is in Mumbai, the other campus is in Shirpur. There are various courses. Interestingly, all the courses after 12th science and commerce as well as arts are being covered under the same umbrella of NPAT as an exam. Now, let us look at what NPAT is. Now, NPAT is primarily national test for programs after 12th. So, that is how it is NPAT. Now, the courses associated with NPAT are BTech, MBA Tech, both of them offered at Mumbai as well as Shirpur campus, MBA Pharma Tech offered at both campuses, again Mumbai and Shirpur. In commerce, there are three courses which are being offered: BCom Honours, BBA and BBA MMS integrated 5-year course. Very interesting, and the course which has been started recently. In economics, the courses of that is offered is BSc in economics, whereas there is another interesting course, BSc in finance, which has been offered by NMIMS University in Mumbai. Now, all the commerce, economics and finance related courses are offered only at Mumbai campus, whereas the previous courses that I talked about were offered at both the campuses, Mumbai as well as Shirpur. Now, let us talk about NPAT as an exam. Now, NPAT, as I told you, it's the common exam for all the courses that I just listed, has 150 questions to be answered in 120 minutes. It is an online test, okay, and it is scheduled on 2 days in the month of May. Generally, the second week, the end of second week or second weekend is the scheduled date in the month of May for NPAT as an exam. NPAT consists of 150 questions divided into 3 sections. First is quantitative aptitude and numerical ability, second one is proficiency in English language, and the third one is reasoning, so which consists of both analytical as well as logical reasoning. Now, let us try to dig in deeper in the exam pattern. 150 questions to be answered in 120 minutes, and there is a negative marking, plus the test is in online mode. So, negative marking, let us first understand negative marking. It will be 1/4 of the allotted mark, and currently, because there is nothing mentioned, if we look at the last year's pattern, there was nothing mentioned what will be the positive scoring. So, we will assume the positive scoring to be 1 and negative scoring as 1/4. First section, let us try to understand first section, numerical ability and quantitative aptitude. Because NPAT as an exam covers the entire umbrella and the entire spectrum of courses like engineering, pharmacy, economics, finance, commerce, BBA. Hence, the course width is also quite comprehensive when you look at the quantitative aptitude and numerical ability. So, apart from the standard questions on basic arithmetic, basic algebra, basic geometry, there are questions on modern maths, there are questions from the topics like coordinate geometry, there are questions from topic like progression, which somehow assesses the good quality mathematical ability from the student. Generally, these questions are the part of exam in order to assess the mathematical skills of student applying for engineering related courses. The most interesting part is in the entire 50 question range, you will come across almost all the level of difficulties. That means, you will come across questions which are really easy, questions which are moderate to tough, and the questions which are really tough. So, the key strategy in attempting the quantitative aptitude section in NPAT will be question selection. You will have to understand what are your strengths, you will have to pick and choose the questions which are really easy. Generally, questions based on basic arithmetic and basic algebra are generally considered to be easy as far as level of difficulty is concerned. So, chapters like percentages, ratio, time, speed and distance, time and work, linear equation, quadratic equations are generally easier in nature and can be attempted within 1.5 minutes. Whereas, questions based on coordinate geometry, progression, functions, inequalities are considered slightly tougher in nature as far as the time taken to attempt the question. It reaches somewhere around 2.5 to 3 minutes. Now, out of 150 questions, when you look at attempting a decent number or trying to reach close to your expected cutoff, so the number can reach anywhere between 25 to 35 to 40. So, we can consider a range 25 to 40. So, somebody who is not looking at engineering related courses should feel happy when he is able to attempt 25 to 30 questions, whereas somebody who is looking at engineering related courses should definitely reach somewhere around 35 to 40 questions out of 50. Mind well, there is negative marking. So, it is not the race to attempt a question, but to identify the right questions that you think you can attempt and try to score out of it. Second section that we will take up is the proficiency in English language, or in popular jargon it is also known as verbal ability and reading comprehension. Again, because there were 50 questions, you can have a wide spectrum of questions being asked. So, there were questions on reading comprehension, one passage, 10 questions. If I am taking the base of 2015, there were questions based on grammar, around 10 questions again, asked in single or multiple formats. Question based on vocabulary, around 20 questions based on vocabulary, and around 10 questions based on the application of verbal. So, that is questions based on parajumbles, question based on critical reasoning, question based on sentence continuation or summary writing. Okay. So, around 20 questions can be classified as slightly easy as compared to the other sections. 20 to 25 questions can be considered as easy, because question based on vocabulary will be easy for somebody who has done vocabulary really sincerely. And question on reading comprehension was also easy if I look at 2015. However, that cannot be guaranteed what happens in 2016. So, you have to be slightly better prepared than what has been expected or what was being asked last year. Overall, if you look at the level of difficulty, can be considered as moderate, and somebody who is really prepared on can attempt 35 to 40 questions in around 40 minutes. That should be a comfortable time to address and try to score really high, because there will be a good section of students who will not be really able to score high from quantitative aptitude section, and hence for them it is an ideal opportunity to score 35, 40 out of 50 and reach an overall good score from these two sections. The third section that we will talk about is analytical and logical reasoning. Again, a wide range of questions, because total there are 50 questions. So, you can expect questions on visual aptitude, you can expect questions on coding, decoding, series, arranging, questions based on puzzles. Here puzzles will again be really interesting, because there will be a good number of students applying for engineering related courses and also BSc finance related courses. So, the people are expected to solve tough puzzles. So, around 15 to 20 questions in this section can be considered as really tough, or maybe say time consuming. On an average, it can take around 1.5 to 2 minutes per question, whereas around 15 to 20 questions can be considered really simple and can be attempted within 15 to 20 minutes. So, overall when you look at, again, this section can be considered as quite moderate, and somebody who is really prepared, who has really worked hard on almost all the types of questions, be it coding, decoding, blood relation, direction sense, or puzzles, easier puzzles and tough puzzles, time consuming puzzles, and certain variety of questions which are based on verbal logic. So, overall we can consider around 35-40 as a good number of attempts with an accuracy of around 75-80%. Somebody can look forward for scoring around 25-30 marks in this section as well. Overall, if we will just look at the entire synopsis of our discussion, out of 150 questions, if the level of difficulty is as it was last year, somewhere around 90 to 100 attempt can be considered as really good, and if you are attempting with good accuracy, you can expect calls from almost all the colleges that you have applied for. Wishing you all the best. Thank you.